Let's all decide that today is the day, not tomorrow, and forget yesterday. Today is the day to become the change you want to see in the world, the leader you want to be, an exemplary citizen, a hard-working employee, an understanding family member. Today we're talking about leadership. In our weekly current affairs program, we hear about the I Believe initiative of the Governor General and his quest to develop world-leading Jamaicans in every sphere. Also, a look at the goals we must achieve to become a first world nation. Hi there, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Jamaica Magazine begins right now.
Life is all about making decisions, choosing from a number of options to do a particular thing, which may result in a specific outcome.
It can be difficult, but there are 4 things you can do to help make that decision.
Stop. Check out what's happening and remind yourself to think before acting.
Think. Make sure you're aware of the choices, all the advantages and disadvantages. Then think about the consequences.
Act.
Choose the best option and do something about it.
Review.
Finally, review what you have done and determine if it was good or bad. That way, you'll be in a better position to make the next decision, whether big or simple.
There's nothing wrong with Jamaica that cannot be fixed by what is right with Jamaica. That's something Governor General Sir Patrick Allen says all the time. And you know what? He's right. Sir Patrick has been taking that message to the 4 corners of Jamaica, particularly targeting the youth. We hear now on this project from the National Coordinator of the Governor General's Program for Excellence.
Thanks for joining us for Issues and Answers. I'm Ian Boyne. You know, there's a lot that the Office of the Governor General is doing that you may not be aware of. Well, today we have invited the National Coordinator for the Governor General's Program for Excellence, Major F.E.M. White, to talk about some of these programs, particularly the I Believe program, or the critical programs under the Office of the Governor General. We thank you so much for your company. Major, good to have you.
Thank you,
on
Mr. Boyne.
Issues and Answers. Recently, you had a whole ceremony under the Summer of Service program. That's a part of the program run by the Office of the Governor General. Explain, what is this Summer of Service program?
The Summer of Service program is one which we try to identify young persons who have matriculated to university, or they have had their first year, completed their first year. These young persons have never had a grant or a student loan, and we are encouraging persons to volunteer, give their voluntary service. So hence, they do volunteer work
During the summer.
during the summer, hence Summer of Service.
See.
With that, coupled with that, and the criteria of their academic excellence, we determine from a selection panel who should be the winners. It's a competition.
The competition.
But the winners are beneficiaries of scholarships, book grants by corporate Jamaica. We have no subvention, and hence we have to rely on the benevolence and the generosity of our sponsors. We had the presentation ceremony, the award ceremony, where we had 18 young persons. We had our sponsors, we had their excellencies, and some of the academics to which universities they will be going to. And we did a presentation. Each person got a certificate of participation, and then based on their academic excellence and the decision of the selection panel, persons either got full scholarships, 1 year tuition, all our tuition free, and also some persons got book grants. So, in fact, 2 persons got a device, a telephone.
Yes,
You know,
okay.
Digicel was very kind to do this. So every year we have this program, and it is all
So it's a great
for,
benefit to those who have not had any student loans, who are not recipients
Yes.
of any grants and scholarships.
We really wish we could do more,
Yes.
but of course we have to rely on our sponsors. You know,
So,
for
so
that.
they both get an opportunity to work during the summer,
Absolutely.
as well as an opportunity to be funded
For
for,
their
for
tertiary
school.
education, yes.
Let's talk about the larger I Believe program. First, give us the background to the I Believe program. I think it came out of the Governor General's inaugural
Yes.
speech there at
King's House,
He
right.
gave that very fine address.
Yes, in 2009. And he said that very seminal, you know, there's nothing wrong with Jamaica
Yes,
that cannot be fixed by what is right with Jamaica.
Yes.
So fast forward to 2011, and the program was launched, the I Believe program, where it is saying, look, every one of us can develop to our fullest potential. Let us look at our young people and let us have them starting to believe in themselves.
Yes.
And by this, the I Believe initiative is sitting on 3 pillars: family, youth, and education. For family, we have a very good sponsor in Fostridge. Fostridge has sponsored the program Parenting 101.
Comes on one of the local
comes on,
stations.
on a station,
Yes.
you know, on a Sunday, once, the first Sunday in each month. And it helps to generate interest in how do we parent our children,
Very important area.
because there are children having children. So it's a very, very important area of our program, and under the pillar family. The youth pillar, we seek to engender this spirit of volunteerism, of working hard, of entrepreneurship, by hosting 3 consultative conferences, youth consultative conferences.
Youth conferences.
Yes,
Yeah.
in each county.
Let's take a break at this point. We'll talk about where exactly these conferences will be held. We're speaking to Major F.M. White, who is the national coordinator of the Governor General's program for excellence, under which I Believe initiative falls. The Office of the GG is doing a number of things about which you ought to be aware. We take our first break.
There'll be a better tomorrow. 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 There'll be a day. There'll be a way. There'll come a time to sing a brand new song. There'll be a better tomorrow.
National Coordinator for the Governor General's Program for Excellence, Major F.M. White, is our guest. And Major White, you were telling us about the youth consultative conferences which are coming up.
Yes. In each county, well, of course, you know, Cornwall and Middlesex, they have 5 parishes. Surrey has 4. So we intend, like in the last 2 years, to have delegates, 30 delegates this year from each parish, to attend this consultative conference, which this year for Cornwall will be hosted by the Custos of Hanover and his parish committee. It will be a repetition for the 3 events, with this year the theme is on use of drug or drug abuse. The National Council of Drug Abuse will do the main plenary. Talk the truth. Youth come first.
Okay.
An additional event at the conference will be a presentation by the National Integrity Action. Professor Monroe has come on board with us and to speak to our delegates on integrity.
Yes.
We also have a presentation on how to look good on paper. We're going to, in 45 minutes, we're going to
prepare your resume. And
that's right, resume writing. We're going to have that. And also, we'll also be looking at the global businesses and young people doing in entrepreneurship.
Yes, and how to use the internet to
Absolutely.
access global business.
And it will be the culmination of this day's activity will be a presentation by the Rising Star, Digital Rising Star.
Oh, is that so?
We're going to have a concert.
What? You're getting edgy.
So the young people will come assemble. Start registration at 9, program starts at 10, and we hope to end by...
And when will the first conference kick off?
First conference is going to be on October the 8th at the Grand Palladium in Lucy. Then the second conference for Middlesex is going to be at Gulfview Hotel in Mandeville. And the last conference for Surrey is going to be at the College of Agriculture, Science and Education, CASE, in Portland. So that's one of the tenets of the youth pillar. The other is the I Believe ambassadors. We have a card of I Believe ambassadors in each parish, and we also have some youth ambassadors, age 16. The adult ambassadors are from 21 up to about 35, 40.
What do these ambassadors do?
Now, these ambassadors are basically preaching there's nothing wrong with Jamaica that cannot be fixed by what is right with Jamaica. They become mentors. They do projects in their communities. And you'd be surprised the wealth of knowledge, the wealth of volunteerism which is going on. And we want to project this so that others can see what's going. So this
people can apply to become ambassadors.
Yes.
People can become involved. Can indicate their interests.
Their interests could be indicated to the Governor General through the custos of the parish. This year we're hoping to have 10 new ambassadors from each parish.
Each parish.
Yes. And come December we hope to have a little reception, at which point some of the projects will be presented when they're all assembled.
Yes.
We'll select some of the projects but everybody has to provide a project, whether it is an individual or it's a group project.
Tell us about some of the interesting projects that you have under the I Believe program, Major.
Well, you know, just yesterday, a young man from a place called Stewarton, Moko in Clarendon.
Yes.
He's 25 years old, and he has been doing some work in his community. And he sent us all of this. He sent us these photographs. He has conducted blood drives. He has, got persons into even that question of writing letters. How do you fill up a form?
Yes.
Now, here's a 25-year-old young man who is really very passionate about his community and very passionate about getting his citizens and his community members to, stepping up to the plate to be a better person. And even these young people in the summer of service program just recently, some of the efforts and some of the things that they've done in their community where they're seeking to do this effort of volunteerism for the 2 months, remarkable. It is just too much to tell now, but what we do is we encourage it by diffusing the information amongst the I Believe ambassadors for them in turn to show their community members what good there is and how we can fix things which are wrong, and therefore to encourage them to also become ambassadors. Once someone is, say, mentoring a young man or young lady, that person automatically is an I Believe ambassador. So what we're hoping to do now is to formalize it by providing a pin which Her Excellency or His Excellency will pin the person, the I Believe insignia, and it is quite a statement.
Yes.
We tell people this is not for sale.
Yes.
This is for doing the good works.
So the Office of the Governor General, Major, sees it as very important to reach out and impact ordinary Jamaicans.
Absolutely.
It's not just an office that is disconnected from the
no.
people. The Governor General wants to be
course.
involved in the practical lives of,
Yes.
of the Jamaican people.
You know, once we had a discussion, and you know, His Excellency, you know, remarked about the question of removing the mystique from King's House.
King's House, yes.
And we have a great Governor General. He is so involved. He himself and Lady Allen are really fine examples. And remember, His Excellency was a teacher,
yes,
and a preacher,
yes, that's right,
and an administrator.
So it's,
before he was really well prepared.
There's a natural affinity,
and he has this passion for young people, and we see eye to eye on that. That's really my passion: community service, national development.
So this whole program for excellence
Yes.
is one that is wide-ranging. We didn't talk about the Governor General's Achievement Awards. Another time we can talk about that, but that's another important
yes.
program.
And next year we'll be celebrating 25 years.
25 years of that.
Well, it now is known as the Governor General's Program for Excellence.
Program for Excellence.
With the two arms, the GGAA, the Governor General's Achievement Awards, and the I Believe Initiative.
Yes.
So next year is our 25th anniversary. And we hope to...
We will certainly talk before then.
Yes, sir.
Major F.E.M. White, who is the National Coordinator for the Governor General's Program for Excellence, telling us about the outreach activities of King's House. Important outreach activities, indeed they are. Next week, I'll be back with another edition of Issues and Answers. Until then, Ian Boyne wishing you a pleasant day.
No, son. A verb is an action word.
Parents need to become more involved in their children's education.
Parents are the first and in many cases the most important teachers.
Read with your children. Review their schoolwork. Visit their school.
Tapping and rapping and slapping, I said.
Nice. High five.
Woo! A good education will never decay.
Jamaica, the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business. It's a wonderful vision for the country that's slowly becoming a reality. Over the last several years, all sectors of society have been guided by that vision, taking the steps to achieve specific goals that will help us achieve the vision. In this next feature, we hear more about those goals and how it's all connected.
Well, it's all about Jamaica and our vision to gain.
Vision 2030 Jamaica, the country's first long-term national development plan, is aimed at achieving developed country status by the year 2030. The plan has 4 main goals which outline what should be achieved for the economy, society, environment, and governance. These goals are: Jamaicans are empowered to achieve their fullest potential. The Jamaican society is secure, cohesive, and just. Jamaica's economy is prosperous, and Jamaica has a healthy natural environment. Through goal number 1, Jamaicans are empowered to achieve their fullest potential. All Jamaicans are expected to fully develop their talents and abilities and use them in productive ways to build their lives and develop the country. This empowerment will take place across 4 main areas: health, education and training, social protection, and culture.
A healthy and stable population.
First and foremost, starting with our people as the most important aspect of development, to have a healthy population.
To make this a reality, policies and programs are planned to deliver a healthcare system that is affordable and accessible, with state-of-the-art equipment and competent and well-trained staff. Jamaica will increase its ability to fight diseases, infectious diseases like HIV/AIDS and malaria, and chronic and lifestyle diseases such as diabetes. This will assist efforts to increase the length of time someone is expected to live from the current 73 years to 76 years. The size of our population is expected to be stable so that the country's population growth rate will be in line with its rate of development.
World-class education and training.
The vision for Jamaica is that all citizens are educated and well-trained by the year 2030. Emphasis is therefore being placed on all levels of the education system. At the early childhood level, more trained teachers are being employed to mold the little ones, and steps are being taken to improve the learning environment. When these students transition to the primary level, the aim is to get them numerate and literate so they'll be able to function in the secondary school system. After completing 5 years of high school, students should be able to attain at least 5 subjects, including English and mathematics, in the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate Examination, CSEC for example, and transition to the tertiary level to pursue academic studies or focus on technical and vocational areas.
Not everybody we know will be able to focus on straight academic, but we should provide them with the skills and the competencies so that when they go out there, they again can, they can manage.
Since the implementation of Vision 2030 Jamaica in 2009, much progress has been made in the education sector. In 2011, 71% of students who sat the Grade 4 literacy test mastered the exam, up from the 67% in 2010. There has also been an increase in the number of spaces for students at all levels of the education system. The Jamaica Tertiary Commission is up and running, and work continues on the national parenting policy.
Effective social protection.
In order to achieve the first goal of Vision 2030 Jamaica, the country must also provide adequate social protection for all, including its vulnerable and most needy population. This will be done by ensuring that persons contribute to the National Insurance Scheme, NIS for example, and also participate in pension schemes. Vulnerable persons are children in low-income households, the elderly, persons with disabilities, and the poor. Several programs have already been introduced to improve their quality of life. These include the Program of Advancement through Health and Education PATH, which is providing income support to challenged households, the Steps to Work and special youth employment and training programs. As for the disabled, through Vision 2030 Jamaica, they should have equal opportunity to an improved quality of life. The Road Traffic Act has also been amended to allow some persons with disabilities to acquire driver's licenses and be able to drive.
Authentic and transformational culture.
Through Goal 1 of Vision 2030 Jamaica, all citizens will celebrate, promote and protect our history and rich heritage. Our core and transformational values, such as honesty, respect, trust, forgiveness and discipline, for example, will be embraced by the society.
Underpinning the plan is recognition that unless we have mindset change and reinforcement of those positive things that made us strong as a people and made us positive, then the plan is doomed to failure.
Through the Citizenship in Education and Civics programs in schools, the younger generation will be taught the core values. The family has to be restored as the cornerstone of society, providing the foundation for its members to be integrated into the wider society. Among other things, a number of museums and culture yards will be established to showcase the things that make us unique as a people. Our national brand, Brand Jamaica, will also be incorporated in all aspects of our social and economic development. The role of sport in national development will also be strengthened.
Sport has a very strong economic component, but it's also a very strong social and even moral component to it, in that it causes people to develop values that can be positive, and we want to integrate sport into all of our national development.
Sports promote respect for each other's rights and build bridges across communities, churches, schools and even across borders. Vision 2030 Jamaica through goal number 1 is bringing out the best in everyone, empowering Jamaicans to achieve their fullest potential. To learn more about the National Development Plan, call the Planning Institute of Jamaica or the Jamaica Information Service. Visit the Vision 2030 Jamaica Facebook page or vision2030.gov.jm. Join the vision. Let us all make Jamaica the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business.
We are more than see and stand. Through Vision 2030 Jamaica Plan.
Oh, now I understand.
Program implementation remains strong. We also welcome the recent wage agreements. It was a proactive and important step in reducing Jamaica's public debt. A gradual economic recovery is underway. The growth outlook is improving. Growth is now projected to be about 1.4% for this fiscal year.
The government of Jamaica is on a mission, going for growth, staying the course, and transforming the economy through its economic reform program.
Be of good character. Sounds good, but what does it mean? Consider the desired qualities that people should have. Let's start with our values. Then look at how people should behave. Embrace that which enriches, creates happiness, and fosters goodwill. Strive always to be polite, for politeness is the oil that lubricates society. Go out of your way to help others. Treat people the same, whether you see them as socially inferior, equal, or superior. Avoid rowdy behavior. Let's also start to believe in ourselves and in our country. Make a decision to be the best you can be so we can realize a Jamaica that is the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business. Think on this. Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. Words from the late leadership coach Warren Bennis, imploring us to act now. I'm Adrian Atkinson signing off for Jamaica Magazine. For more on the Office of the Governor General, news and other features, click on our webpage, gis.gov.jm. We're also on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, so log on and stay in the know. Have yourselves a happy Sunday.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.